walk the forgotten realms and unlock them as I drop these spells to freeze hell's wafting breezes. Smells strangely uplift you, delve into your brain tissues, change and shift you till you reach higher abodes and admire the souls of its residents, glowing effortless, bold denizens, showing messages of olden vestiges, golden premises. No nemesis contends with this. From Genesis to Exodus, I flow testaments with no precedent, knowledge colossal to abolish imposters, poly with rosters, doctors and prophets. I'm washing your optics, we're all divine. You can fall or shine for all time. Smaller minds won't condone this, they stone you in a lonely pit. But if you hone your gifts, you'll transcend the realities of Maya, the fallacies of liars. Don't let them overtake you, soberly slake your thirst for wisdom on this sacred earth. You're given a place and purpose, face the worst of your fears. Your disgraced and cursed peers, nurse them and clear their curses. Don't veer from the path to enlightenment, don't fear the wrath of the titans. The task of the Almighty is to make you bow in His presence. But how could the heavens agree to this perversion? Your freedom's in these words, nurture their worth like demons, nurture their curses. But in an opposite sense, we're all prophets in a sense. Self-prophecy is destiny. Those mocking this will wretchedly suffer from the breaths of their cussing and be left with nothing. The breadth of my discussions is staggering like a dagger in your abdomen. I bust this and batter haggard, lustful men to dust. It must be a masterfully conducted masterpiece. Now blast your piece 108 times in the sky. I make rhymes that are higher than these fake times we live in. Slake minds with these rhythms that are dying in prisons. Vying in this system is hazardous like the wisdom of Nazareth's apostles. Their blasphemy in the gospels. There has to be a hostile takeover of religion. Stay sober and listen attentively. This is what you're meant to be. Wisdom in an entity incarnate for centuries. We've sparred Satan dementedly incarcerated and sparsely grazing partially serrated blades of grass from our monstrously shady past. It honestly wasn't made to last. Eternally we're shades of black. Nocturnally but under the sun we glow brighter. Sons of the slums and flow titans. Don't slumber, become a bold fighter. Grow nightly till you grow to the heights of rainforests. Escape the plights of insane torments. Let the rain flourish vegetations to nourish revelations in your soul with the patience of a golden goddess. Be bold in progress. Be bold in progress. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backwards nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. The bow that is stable. say after your gospel of pages? Some may mock me as crazy to put my thoughts on display for you to watch them, but nay, what I sought this day with these sayings was to express how our progeny's progress is logarithmic, next to exponential, non-sequential to our own, yet it draws upon it densely and intensely. They have our facets within them, astrally and mentally, but our past and sentience do not entrap them. Rather they hem them to navigate through the traps in our kingdoms. If we are kings for the time being, our sons and daughters are akin to divine beings. They chime gleaning, scented in mind beams, psycho and pyrokinetic. They sire prophetic tapestries, majestic masterpieces. Past the thesis we wrought, they complete us like Thoth with a Coptic priestess. Our optics deceive us, for they are not what we see. They are not but impossibly gifted, yet not with our afflictions. They aren't caught in betwixt them. They transcend all our capacities, like strands hemmed from a galaxy yet to be discovered. Celestial brothers and sisters at each other's assistance, coveted mystics, yet if we corrupt our imprints upon them, they become cussing misfits and pawns listless in the dawn's distance. Cons and statistics, silly and aimless, pillaging villages nameless when they were meant to be Indigo, children of seventh density. Wendigo killers and tamers, it's elementary, but we're still in the matrix. Back in your days and times there were amazing changes. You saw the rise of the Baha'i faith like skyscrapers. Now they annihilate the sky with vapors, toxic flavors nauseous in our foods. Toxins in the jewels were fed by fools bred to rule with dead and nuisance. Hoof prints in Amazonian soil where there used to be only the spoils of nature, royal capers and killings. So I pray for the healing, pray for our children, wait for the revealing of their fates. Yet I know them to be bold and great, like olden patrons, glowing like oasis visions to a parched wanderer in the desert. Yet this is no illusion. Stop and ponder the immeasurable worth of these golden blueprints to our soul's true sense. Yet the globe is gruesome, but they can change it. They can paint the canvas of their age any which way they please, with yantras amazing displayed with ease. The banters are fading as they play in the weeds. We watch them grow like crops in the glowing sun. The frost and the cold, the droughts will only stop them for a moment, for they will know they are one with the omens we've spun. And thus as we behold them, we've begun our atonement. And thus as we behold them, we've begun our atonement.